Free Grumpy Games.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen,
No!
to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the Coke Fiends podcast of choice.
We've already done that one.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, we'll have it
Apologies.
again.
We're having it again.
It's a repeat episode.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Now we need to pause the podcast while we go back and see what we talked about in that podcast.
And then repeat it.
Yeah, and then repeat that.
And Lala probably mentioned,
I think you were Charlie Sheen.
was that Charlie Sheen?
You were.
I'll be Charlie Sheen again then.
Oh yeah, because I was, what's his face? I can't remember. Black
You-
guy soul singer.
No, that's too cool for you. You can be Barrymore.
Oh, I can do
You
Bar-
can
yeah, I'll
Michael
be Barrymore. I can one up the Coke Fiend there anyway. Like no one else had someone
Pool
die
party,
in their
yeah.
fucking pool. Like.
Nobody else got bummed, had someone bummed to death and then thrown in a pool.
Exactly.
It's nice.
Speaking about bum to death, do you still want to start with the Destiny? The Division, because I know you want to bum that probably for a bit.
It's incredible.
It's really good.
Right, good. Next.
It's very full, very thorough. The further through the game you get, the more detailed it gets.
What I'm actually liking is that I'm not so fucking completely engrossed in it. Like I've been playing The Witcher on and off as well for the past couple of days, and it's like
I've noticed.
it's been like nice that like I haven't been like just absolutely hammering it and then burning out on it. It's just been like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I quite fancy playing a bit of that. So
Well, I have been hammering it, and I'm not burnt out on it.
yeah.
But it's different strokes, isn't it? I'm so enjoying it.
But part of the reason I've been on The Witcher is just because I've been fucking full of cold. And I've not wanted to talk to anyone. I've just wanted to get fucking lost in a game and just ride out me fucking poorly bad.
And not repair any joypads for
Yeah.
certain people.
Pretty much, right?
Awesome.
It's good work. It's good work. Yeah, but it's great. I'm particularly enjoying how you kind of develop your character as he levels with your different perks and attributes,
Boring.
talents.
Oh, sorry.
It's great.
I
It's
said out loud.
fantastic. You're definitely in the minority, mate. You're definitely in the minority. It's a great game. A couple of bugs that I found here and there, but nothing that spoiled it for me.
What game comes out these days that doesn't have fucking bugs on launch that then get fucking flat ironed out later?
Did you see it had the Ubisoft no face bug?
I've had no flaw.
I've never seen it.
No.
I think
I've
there's
had
been
no
a
bother.
couple. I've had no flaw for a bit, where I was trying to go into a subway for a mission and the flaw wasn't there and I was falling through the level, but I just rebooted it and it was fixed.
The only thing I've had is occasionally, if you're in like a tight confined space, when you open up your inventory, it blacks out the background, and it
Yeah.
it renders you sort of like just as like a shadow.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which when you're trying to put your gear on to see how it looks like, is a bit of a bit of an issue. But like that's the thing. If that's the only complaint I've got with the game, that I have to see what clothes I'm wearing, I've got to be outside. Then that's like
Yeah,
it's not a big deal.
The other thing that I found was that if you like log halfway through an encounter, some of the encounters bug out, and the fix is I've joined someone else's party and then came back to my own, where it's like like a J, where it's you're halfway through and then it'll say talk to JTF officer or join JTF patrol. You join the patrol and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So you've got to log out and log back in, or join someone else's game and come back, and then it'll jog it on. And there's a couple of echoes that you can't pick up that are actual bugs as well.
Yeah.
But apparently they said they're going to fix all that.
What I did notice is that they seem to be on it for like monitoring like anything like that. Like they've
Yeah.
already released a fix for that, because before, you couldn't like walk through players,
Yeah.
and you had fucking trolls just standing in doorways.
Yeah, I read about that.
The
Yeah.
safe houses, so
Yeah,
you
they've
can
got
get
it
through.
in the safe house, you can pass through each
Yeah.
other. Yeah, it's cool that like.
So they seem to be on it for shit like that, and as long as they keep like doing that, then,
Yeah. I'm finding that the way that the story's panning out, tied in with the way you develop your wings, is fantastic, and everything motivates everything else. Like there's a reason for the encounters; they're not just random. They earn you points for your wings, Michael. Your tech wing, your medical wing and your security wing, and then in those wings, obviously, because you played the beta, you upgrade your different skills and whatnot. But the encounters are there to encourage you to keep doing it. I'm just so thorough with it. I've got the perk where it brings up all my intel.
Yeah, I've got that as well.
So when I've cleared an area, I then do pick up my intel. But I'm even enjoying picking up the intel because it's not just bits of shit to read.
Yeah.
Some of it is, but the phone recordings are good. They're
Story
some of them,
exposition.
some of them are very emotive. And I really like the security camera footage stuff because some of it's grim and you're like, oh fuck me, but it's so like, yeah, that would happen.
Yeah, like the one with the first wave, sort of minor spoilers. Yeah, the one where you see what happened to some of the first wave division agents in the subway bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're in the shit here. And then they went downstairs and there was just fucking loads of them, and there was loads of them behind them. And I was just like, then you just see the light off the gunfire from downstairs. And you're like, yeah, they're fucked. But I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah. It's fucking brilliant, isn't it?
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, me too. Mechanics are a lot tighter since the beta. The aiming's tightened up a lot. The perks on the guns are a lot fuller than I thought they were going to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the thing I'm enjoying that I didn't think I would like as much. So you might have a perk on a gun that requires, say, a certain level of stamina.
X of one stat, X of another, yeah.
And your stamina's too low, so then you're like, I can swap that backpack out for that backpack and I'll make it. But is this loss that I'm going to make here worth this gain that I'm going to make here? So you have to be very thoughtful about what you equip. It's not just, that one's better.
Unless something's like literally far ahead, streets ahead to upgrade. Which I mean does happen if you're not like constantly swapping shit out. Like what I've been doing is I've just been dismantling fucking everything, and then when something comes along that's nice, I'll be like, I'll put that on.
I've been doing that.
I like how there's a lot of difference in like. I mean, even though there's only like a few sort of archetypes for weapons, there's a lot how you combine them together like lends well to different like, play styles.
Agreed.
I noticed you've got when we were playing together the other day, you were rocking an assault rifle and a shotgun.
That's standard.
Yeah, and I was rocking a marksman rifle and a submachine gun, and like for me, I was like, I really like the idea of them being at range, just going, gone, and then anyone that gets like a bit closer, then they get the fucking tasty submachine gun, and yours is like a similar sort of thing, just with the shotgun.
I've changed it out now. At the moment, you're not going to believe this. I've took me fucking remote detonator off. Right, I had my remote detonator maxed out, Michael, and I had the perk, I had the talent on it that makes the blast bigger and stronger, and then for me stuff that I equipped on me mod on the gun, on me talents, I equipped 40% extra damage for explosions, plus 40% extra damage if you blow more than one person up. So I was firing like it was literally like a fucking hell bomb every time, and I was like, I'm just going to play this one fucking skill through the whole game if I don't start mixing it up now. But then I unlocked some other stuff, like that for like electric damage and stuff, and I was like, electric damage? Well, I've got a shock grenade. And then I looked and I unlocked a load of shit for my turret.
Yeah.
And one of the things you can change your turret to.
Electric darts.
So I've put my talents on now, where I've got my turret fires electric darts, but I've also got a 30% chance of everyone else in the area receiving an electric shock if someone takes electric damage. So what's happening sometimes is I'm getting a swarm of them, 4 of them run in, one of them gets the dart, and all 4 of them are stood there like this, and I'm just like that, pop, pop, pop. And my guns that I'm running at the moment, I'm running a marksman rifle, and what's my second gun? No, I'm running a assault rifle and a marksman rifle.
Yeah. Marksman rifles are fucking really good. Like the one I'm using at the minute, it's the same I was using the other day. It's just like a fucking bolt action sniper rifle, more or less, but it's just so fucking powerful. Like
I'm using a semi-auto one, so it's got like 12 in the clip. What I've found as well, especially when I'm doing main missions, is I'll take a few guns in with us, and then I just change them up as I need to. But as opposed to most cover shooters or most FPSs actually, what I've found is instead of just having, I like this gun, I'm going to use this gun, the game is successfully designed to encourage you to like play with different weapon loadouts. If
Yeah.
you say if you're playing on your own or with a group,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Different things like that, and it's just fucking good. Like I stick my pulse on now for finding chests when
Yeah.
I'm farming me me intel stuff. So I'll just stick my pulse on and I'll just run around and I'm looking for chests while I'm doing it, and it's been quite lucrative. So yeah, without going into anything about the story and spoiling the game, because I don't want to, because a lot of people, maybe even both the people who listen to this podcast are playing it.
You say nobody listens to the podcast.
You know what I mean? So, you know, but it's
Storyline's really good though, from what I've seen so far
yeah,
as well.
Yeah. People who are further through it, like Jason's finished it, and he says there's a lot of twists and a lot of turns and stuff you're not going to expect.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to getting a bit further through it.
And that's the thing. There's two, like, looks like Jason's back there. Speak the devil, but there's them two new things. There's the first thing's coming in April, isn't it? Like the first little bit of DLC. Then there's another one. Then there's like three like expansions coming out for it over the course of like the next year or so.
That's cool.
So yeah, a lot to do once you hit max level anyway.
Yeah,
So
great.
yeah, Division, really good.
Fantastic. Best game I've played in ages.
So do you want to start us off with some gaming news then, other than just Division talk?
I've got an out.
You've got now, so alright, well, all
Oh,
in
I do
vain.
have one thing.
What?
Remember, like, a few months ago when I took a controller apart thinking I could fix it?
Yeah,
Can you remember what happened to that controller?
I believe you couldn't fix it,
Yep.
and then you put it back together, kind of, and then give it to me.
No, I put it in the bin.
Alright,
The one you've got, I haven't even tried to open.
right.
So the other day I decided to open up my PlayStation 4. I thought I'd try and clean it, because it sounds like a fucking jet engine. It went well, actually.
Very good. One thing I have noticed about the PS4 that I'm a little bit disappointed with is it doesn't have the fan test thing that the PS3 had.
Yeah.
Which like, I know you weren't supposed to like overuse it because it fucking like ruined your
Killed
You think?
Yeah.
But like in terms of blowing all the shit out, I used to do it with my PS3 like once every 2 months or something. Keep it clean.
You know the PS4, you flip it over, you open the bottom off, and the bit you take off's got this little metal plate that's above the fan. And that little metal plate was covered in dust and some of it looked burnt. And I was thinking, shit. And I looked in the fan and literally I could have knit a fucking jumper out of what I took out of there. Like, so if your PS4's out of warranty, it's worth taking the back off and having a look. Especially considering it could have caught on fire and just ruined my PS4.
Yeah. Right, well I'll start off. Do you know how Lionhead, they're the guys who produced Fable and shit.
Oh, yeah.
They've
They've
closed.
closed.
Along with 7 other Microsoft studios.
Good guy Phil Spencer is coming dangerously close to losing his good guy prefix.
So you'll just be Guy Phil Spencer.
Yeah. No, but I don't even know that. Blake.
Mundane.
Chaotic,
Spencer.
neutral
Average.
Phil Spencer.
But
Lawful neutral.
the news that I've got in relation to that is that Sony holding a hiring event in Guildford, and they've invited the entire the entirety of Lionhead Studios to come along for interview. So basically, they've went, "We'll take you in."
Yeah.
Well,
That's right, I like that.
assuming they're not shit, but you know. So that's nice.
That's
So
kind of an uplifting story. I don't think
Yeah.
we've had an uplifting story before, have we?
Had a couple.
normally it's not that they
Normally
are
it's
uplifting,
raping
just-
David Crane in a
it's-
wheelchair.
It's just us telling
Yeah.
the dark. Yeah.
We haven't had an uplifting story. Here's an example of an uplifting story.
You're right, sorry. What was I
the
thinking?
fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, that was the best night of David Crane's life.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, but it's coming. Surprise.
The other rapings were just a warm up to it.
Yeah.
There we go, now we're back on track.
So apparently Cyberpunk's going to be released between 2017 and 2021.
Yeah, but
Holy shit, he had news.
I've
Only
got,
because I told him the other day.
I've got news in relation to that as well.
So far.
It's going to be better than The Witcher.
CD Projekt Red have announced that they've got a game coming in 2016, which is an entirely new format for the studio.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what it is, but obviously Cyberpunk's releasing in that window, but they also plan on releasing another AAA title within that window.
That's cool.
And I think we probably know what it's going to be, don't we?
Probably another Witcher, I think.
Because they've said that they don't want to let The Witcher go.
Yeah.
Now that...
It's got a massive audience.
Well, no, because at first it was PC, then PC and Xbox. So there's so many people that are new to the franchise, so
Yeah,
they said
me.
they don't want to let it go.
Mate, honestly, and to my shame and embarrassment, because I love RPGs, I'd never even really heard of it.
I'd heard of it, but I hadn't played it. I kind of like...
That's what I mean. I'd heard the name of this thing called The Witcher. I didn't even know what it was. I assumed, before I knew anything about it, it was just one of those shitty low-end, probably free-to-play online RPG. You know what I mean? I thought it was just one of them. I really did. I knew nothing about the game.
I knew that it was like decent. My understanding of it at the time was basically like it was a more complex sort of harder to get to grips with, but like better payoff Skyrim. But maybe not Skyrim. Probably like I'm not sure when the second one came out. It might have been.
It was around about
Oblivion era.
Dragon Age.
Alright.
So, because that's how I remember it, because my mate got it for his Xbox when I got Dragon Age, and he said it was better than Dragon Age, and I was like, lies, you filthy pig. But he was probably right.
Well, I love The Witcher. I think it's incredible.
Yeah. But they have also, I'm pretty sure, I think I recall them saying that after the third one, that's the last one with Geralt as the lead.
I can't see them doing that. Because so many people who's just picked it up with The Witcher 3 would be like, oh, Gerald's fucking awesome.
He is, but I wouldn't be bothered if they changed him. You never play the same lead in Dragon Age.
Yeah, and that's what annoyed us about the games. Like, how cool would it have been if you Grey Warden went through Dragon Age 1, 2, The Inquisition?
I wouldn't have minded so much as like your guy was still in there. I mean, I know they talk about the hero of Ferelden in Dragon Age Inquisition, but it'd be really cool to fucking meet him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it might have been that he was just fucking like, I don't know, something had happened to him between like 2 and 3, and like he was fucking washed up, and you had to get his shit together for him in Inquisition, and he led the Grey Wardens. That'd be cool. Do you know what I mean? That's just off the top of
Especially
my head.
if, like, you had a montage of training to get him
Yeah.
back into shape. 80s montage.
Because one of the things I did like about Inquisition was the fact that it gave you so much progression on a lot of the like characters that had been around anyway. Like, it was nice to see from Cullen going from this fucking horrible, brash, obnoxious, mage-hating cunt in the first one to being like an actual like well-rounded, nice guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
And a badass to boot.
imagine what they could have done with like your character.
Colin was an exceptional piece of writing.
I
Yeah.
feel like where they let us down most is Morrigan. I
Yeah.
thought she wasn't as nowhere as
Morrigan
good in the
was
third.
fucking garbage in Inquisition.
I think it's just because she was so fucking polished in the first one though. Like, she was the highlight character-wise
Yeah.
of the first one.
They just made her wishy-washy and shite in Inquisition though.
Yeah.
It totally went against what she was, and they took her tits off her.
Yeah.
Which, I know the whole thing about, just I kind of look at the tits, but like, the reason it pissed me off wasn't because I want to look at Morrigan's tits.
It's continuity. What happened to our tits?
No, they did it to placate
Yeah.
those people. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, if you fucking grow up, man. You know what I mean? You gave her tits in the first one, stick to your guns or your tits.
Well, maybe she just covered herself up now. She's a parent, you know.
She just didn't have any tits.
The thing
man.
is, though, is like in the Inquisition, there's no mention of a child either. Is there?
Yeah,
Is there?
Yeah.
he's there in
You
your
meet him,
fucking
you
in your.
You do a
Castle.
quest with him.
He goes through the mirror thing, the
Yeah.
elven. Can't remember its name.
You joking?
And then you've got to like... and then you've got
Is
the...
this part of one of the DLCs?
No,
Nah. And then when you're in there, you kind of make a decision. It's,
you get Flemeth to help you or not. It's one of the major storylines in the fucking game.
You've totally missed it.
Because
haven't you?
Flemeth either tells you to fuck off or she joins you and helps you fight at the end. The look of
I must have missed that
befuddlement on
somehow.
your face.
Just being shit at life.
Yeah, no, well.
Maybe it was that uneventful. You just forgot
When he's
about
in the garden, you talk to him and he's really creepy.
it. Yeah. He's this weird little soulless kid.
I've never.
Don't you get his soul back for him as well? Because Flemeth takes the archdemon out of his body,
Yeah,
and
that's
she
right.
merges with it.
That's right.
Nah. I've missed. I'm gonna have to go back now. Nah, missed all that. But that's the thing. I suppose that's the mark of like.
Good RPG.
Yeah. Like that thing, I remember one of the talking points we had like a few months ago. I was like, "Oh, did you know that you can, what you call them? Did you know you can get Logan in Inquisition? And all you need to do is make sure on the Dragon Age Keep that you've made certain decisions, and he replaces Stroud in Inquisition."
Did not know that.
Yes. So yeah, but that's the thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Logan was kind of awesome for a bad guy. I think
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, because one of the things you could have done at the end of Inquisition was make him a Grey Warden.
Yeah. See, when I first played it through, I fucking hated him.
I
so
always
killed
let
him.
Alistair kill him.
But after I read the books,
Yeah, you can realise why he's the way he is.
yeah, so I was like, fuck it, let's make him a
Where
Grey
it's like
Warden.
you think, well, actually, he's all right.
Yeah, I've on me second playthrough of Origins, I kept him alive, and then Alistair had his fucking boo-hoo and fucked off, and Logan joined the party, and like through his you get to like just through talking to him, you get to like hear a lot of his backstory anyway.
Yeah.
So like that was nice there, like even in the game, just to like get some sort of rhyme and reason for why. Because the thing that get him initially, Origins just paints him as a dick. Do you know what I mean? But it's nice that you can actually get to see the other side of the coin. And then they reference that in Inquisition anyway, when like Solus is talking about dreaming at Ostagar, and like you're like, oh, so like what was it like? And he's like, oh well, you know, 1 minute I hear like Grey Warden's like crying out that they've been fucking betrayed, and then on the other hand I see a commander who realises that he's massively outnumbered and is trying to preserve like his soldiers' lives and stuff, and it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, he was a kind of good
Can't
character.
trust jack shit, Solus says so.
Solus is a fucking bitch. Every time I've played through Inquisition now, like since my first one, I just go out my way to fucking upset him because he's so fucking whiny and
I do.
his kick-offs are mint.
He's
One of
like
my
a little emo
playthroughs.
kid.
On one of my playthroughs, I've got the option to slap him. So I slapped him.
Nice.
Slap Solus. I was like, yep.
Basically just every opportunity I get to say that like I think the fade's for pansies and shit like that, and like what he does is shit, then I'll just take it.
Have you seen that Bethesda are hiring for Bleeding Edge new RPG they're making? I don't know if it's a new Skyrim or not.
Bleeding Edge. It doesn't sound like it fits the.
Is that a code name though, or is that the actual?
Probably.
Because if it's a code name, it could be the new
Yeah, it could like.
Elder Scrolls.
So,
Which I mean, you've got to think, because you can't really count Elder Scrolls Online because that was ZeniMax. So in terms of like the development, they've had plenty of time because Skyrim came out like how long ago? Like 4 years or something.
Yeah.
So they've had time to build a new.
well, here the hiring for 4 positions. One of them's to do with the game engine, another one's to do with gameplay, and 2 are for graphics programmers. So hopefully Bethesda might be creating a new games engine they can update the games with.
Yeah.
That would be good because
That
it is about
fucked
time.
me off on Fallout. Like fuck me, that game engine was awful.
So at the minute, Jeff Gardner, who was the Fallout 4's lead producer, is currently the lead producer on this unannounced fucking new project.
Oh well, that's good. I mean, because you can only work with what he's got.
The sound designer from Skyrim is also attached.
Oh,
That's
cool.
good. Yeah.
So they've been working on it since November 2015, but nobody knows what it is, and Bethesda won't say. So Bleeding Edge is the code name, I guess.
I hope we do get another Elder Scrolls, but I'd like to see it return. Skyrim I enjoyed. I'm not going to poo-poo Skyrim because it was a good fucking game and I sank a lot of hours into
Oh,
it.
you did like.
But I will say this: I played it smart, and I sank a lot of hours into doing the things that I thought would yield reward or were interesting. There was the trap of Skyrim, where yes, it was a massive map, and yes, it was this large open sandbox,
But it was empty.
but it was like basically,
Yeah.
there was fuck all in
Fields
it.
and fields and
Yeah.
fields and mountains.
Yeah.
In fact, it wasn't so much that there wasn't nothing in it. There was things, but it's like once you got to a certain point in the game, you thought, what's the fucking point? It's like I could go in this cave and there'll be 6 bandits in there, and it'll be called like I don't know, fucking whatever, Red Flaps Redoubt or something, right? And you go in, you kill these bandits, and that's it. But there's nothing else in there. It's like
Do you know what?
At that point-
do you know what I thought the singularly worst thing about Skyrim was? How shit he did the Dark Brotherhood.
yeah, I kind of like. I think I like the initial idea. I just think it was poorly executed. Like I kind of like the idea of them like losing, sort of like not really knowing what they're doing and just kind of being like, oh well, yeah, we're the Dark Brotherhood. But like,
It was garbage. They weren't scary. They weren't sinister. And yes, it was funny, especially you know what you call him, LeChance.
Cicero.
No, LeChance.
All right.
I kept summoning LeChance with a spell. When he always witters on this garbage.
Have you heard the tale of Matthew Bellamont?
They made LeChance, in Skyrim it became funny, but it was unintentional.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be funny. They made a fucking joke of him. So I was taking him up the top of mountains, summoning him, freezing him, and then Fosruda, like knocking a block of LeChance ice off the top of mountains and stuff, like my own summon. And I just kept doing shit like that and fucking about, and it was rubbish because in Oblivion, LeChance is fucking terrifying.
He's a badass, like. Right.
You're scared of him in Oblivion, and then you summon his ghost in Skyrim, and he's just this fucking wittering moron. You know what I mean? It was.
That's the thing, though.
fucking
It's like I
garbage.
don't even think they assumed that he'd be a wittering moron. It's just more the fact that there was no filter on him. So every minute or so, he'd just come out with something, and you'd be like knee deep in this really like plot critical point, and you'd be talking to someone, and then just off shot here, you'll see fucking like LeChance just stood there looking about, and then wittering like shit about fucking Matthew Bellamont or fucking whatever else.
It's another
Oh,
game I
right,
didn't
yeah.
play much of. Like, I bought it. I think it was released in November the 30th because I got it for my birthday, and then December the 1st I traded it in. Didn't really enjoy it.
It wasn't the 30th. There was a really big thing about the date. Was it 9th of the night? I can't remember.
Well, it must have been just before my birthday. Then.
It was in November, I think. Or was it September? I haven't checked the launch date.
For what, Skyrim?
Yeah, but
UK launch date.
yeah, it was a good game. But they ruined a lot of like good things. In Oblivion, the Dark Brotherhood is fucking terrifying. You know what I mean? They're really scary.
The thing is, though, is what I liked is when like the first Elder Scrolls game I played was Morrowind, and in Morrowind, okay, obviously because it's Vardenfell, and their sort of assassins like guild type things referred to as the Morag Tong, and in that they're made out to be like fucking terrifying, but by proxy they're like oh we're skilled like assassins type thing. Those Dark Brotherhood guys, they're just fucking wannabes type shit. So they make out like the Dark Brotherhood shit, and like. I went into Oblivion thinking, nah, the Dark Brotherhood, they're just shit, the wannabes, do you know what I mean? And then all this shit develops with like the Night Mother and fucking Sithis and stuff, and I'm like, you know what, this is really fucking cool. It was released on November the 11th.
That's it.
So 11/11,
That was it.
2011.
That was it, 11/11/11, that was it. I knew there was a thing about the date. But so what, that's fucking 5-year-old then?
Yeah.
Nearly.
But you said you've been working on that since like
Oblivion.
15.
They down tools on Oblivion and then went straight on to working on Skyrim.
Yeah, but I mean like post Skyrim, they haven't done anything till 2015. By the sound of that, if this is the new Elder Scrolls, if it's not, then obviously there might be something in the works anyway, and we just haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I've got some really, really good news. This is uplifting for gamers in general.
Why do I sense a trigger word coming and that smile on your face?
It is, but not in the way that you think. So Anita Sarkeesian, right, has announced a new project.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with gaming. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
The bitches from history thing, and she wants
Yeah.
200 grand for it.
Yeah, so basically she still wants to... What she is she's realised no one's giving her money for fucking taking the piss out of video games anymore, so she's moved on to something else in the hopes of getting more crowd-funded delicious dollars. Which, you know what, like, fair enough, but the takeaway point for me is, get the fuck in, she's leaving video games alone. Go and bother someone else.
Exactly. She won't last very long at all in the history circles either.
No.
She's doing women from history who went against the grain.
Yeah, it's called Ordinary Women Daring to Defy History.
So she's basically going to take historical...
Subtitle, I am a cunt.
She's going to take historical figures and just make up shit.
Ordinary Woman Daring to Defy History by asking people for crowdfunding
Bearing in
money.
mind that her not-for-profit organisation is now worth nearly $500,000,
Yeah.
and she needs 200 grand to make these 6 videos. On our last project, our tropes versus women in video games, that was meant to be 6 videos in 6 months. She made 3 videos in 2 years.
Yeah.
Right, and then people still give this fucking woman money. They still give her money.
How much do you think it costs the average content creator to make a video?
Thing
Not
is,
a lot.
Zero.
I'm
Costs
saying-
them time, but it doesn't cost them money if they've
If
already
we,
got
if we
the
were to make a
equipment.
video for say our podcast, I reckon we could do it for fuck all.
Yeah.
Borrow a camera, film it, plug the shit in my computer and upload it.
Why would you borrow a camera? Clearly's got one.
Like, this is the thing, even if you were going to buy the kit, right? Say we bought, even assuming we bought state-of-the-art equipment, right? That doesn't come anywhere close to 200 grand.
No. Maybe we should do a Kickstarter, see if we can get 10 quid together, and just make a film called "Why You Need the Sarkeesians a Fucking Car."
I'll only touch on this because it's not gaming related.
Yeah.
But all of these people who have battled against the whole feminism ideology for years, there's a guy called the Amazing Atheist who's gone head to head with her, and he's started a Kickstarter himself for charity to fund genuine women in need. So it's like women in third world countries who are getting like the clitoris is cut off, or they're getting killed if they
Yeah.
get caught being raped, that sort of thing. So he's going toe to toe because he's like, look, what do you want to do? You want to fund this self-absorbed, vapid charlatan in the name of feminism, or are you going to fund these women?
Yeah, or you're going to actually empower real-life women who need help.
Yeah, and apparently his thing for charity is doing better. So that restores a bit of faith in humanity. But yeah, I'll still troll on it to Sarkeesian, no.
Yeah, I'm just like I say, I'm just happy that it's moved away from fucking like our fucking like
Me too.
interest,
Me too.
because hopefully, like, I mean, it's all stuff that like we like. It's never really directly like affected us, but it's just kind of been like,
Well, obviously,
Again, do you know what I
obviously
mean?
it has. If Andy's complaining that he couldn't see Morrigan's tits.
yeah. No, I take it all back. Damn you, Anita.
Fair point though.
Yeah, so in the next one, she'll have our tits back.
She better have
Yes!
she better have jugs to die for.
So I've got more news. I was going to say good or bad, but I'm not sure. Oh well, the first thing, I'll get this out of the way early. Do you know how Adam Johnson was purged from fucking Football Manager and PES? FIFA have now followed suit,
Good.
predictably.
There's a guy for his stag do in Newcastle went out.
Aye.
And he went out in an Adam Johnson shirt and all of his a football shirt, and all of his mates dressed up as schoolgirl. That's fucking brilliant, isn't it? How fucking funny is that? That is immense, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I almost wish me and Kaylee were getting married this year, and that I'd thought of that. Because that is fucking comedy gold right there. Like, can you imagine the doorman looking at him when he's in that, he's like, too soon, son. It's too soon.
For your stag do, you should black yourself up, right, and have a string of your friends dressed up as women in wheelchairs with people pushing them. You'd be Bill Cosby. The zippity boppity.
And you can have a big bottle of grape soda that you carry around all night and just occasionally pour it into your friends' drinks.
And then every now and then do that over the top of the drink. Yeah.
That would be a quality night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I'll do that.
The blacken yourself up bit though, that might be a bit.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
that might turn out.
I'll do it. Just I'm Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It's fucking double.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty funny actually. It made me smile.
So after all these feel goods, here comes some sad news. Did you know Kim Kardashian has a mobile game out?
Oh my god.
Why do you know this?
Because
He checks game
It
news
ties it-
podcast.
Oh my shit.
yeah,
Touche.
it gets worse. It's called Kim Kardashian's Hollywood, right? And basically, apparently the premises of the game is there's always new content because it follows what she does in real life, which to me just goes like, what, look after our child and fucking get our tits out.
And get that fucking face spaffed on every now and then by
Yeah.
Kanye.
But have a guess how much her game has earned in microtransactions.
Probably millions.
You'd be correct.
See, I was hoping you were going to say nothing because everybody's realised she's a cunt and they haven't bought it. But
The Americans lap her up.
I
They
know.
fucking love her.
80 million in microtransactions. And she posted a really fucking like smarmy tweet about it. And but in that tweet she also said that she was she put 53 million of it in our joint account, so she's paid off Kanye's debt.
It's not emasculating at all.
No, not at all.
That's incredible.
But yeah, 80 million for a fucking... And the worst thing is now her sisters have decided they also want to make a game. Because why wouldn't you? After your fucking big sisters just made 80 million on a shitty fucking mobile game.
So how far through it are you then? What are you doing today?
I don't know, I haven't checked what she's doing yet.
And how much of that 80 million's come out your pocket?
Have you bought
79,900,000.
have you bought some new shoes and that on it?
Yeah,
Good.
pink diamante heels.
Have you touched yourself to cartoon images of Kim Kardashian?
You mean you haven't?
Mate, I wouldn't touch myself to fucking real pictures of her. I'll be honest, like.
I didn't rate her life.
You know what's funny though? That has probably earned more than what Kanye's game will earn in a full
Yeah.
film.
I sincerely hope so. Just because that is that
I
fucking
really
bad.
hope it bombs and he ends up in like another 10 million of debt, and then
And
she
she's
has
got to bail
she
him
has to release a sequel for her game to bail him out.
You know, but it's about his mum going to heaven. Do you not understand why everyone should play that?
Well, this is why should I play it? Because according to that video, only black people go to heaven. So you know.
Oh, have you seen? The thing is though, right? Here's the thing though, and I am going to pull the race card here. I'm a white boy. I'm not playing his fucking game.
Yeah,
And do you know why? Did you not see his recent comments?
yeah.
No?
He's been about white people shouldn't criticise or listen to his music. Right? Because we don't understand, because we're white, we can't relate to it. So surely by extension the same applies to his other art.
Yeah.
So if it's his video games, fuck you.
Well, if that's the case, why did he bother trying to sing Bohemian Rhapsody at fucking Glastonbury and murder it?
yeah,
He
exactly.
wouldn't understand it because he's black.
Exactly.
The bell end.
Well, the thing is, though, he is gay. So, like, him and Freddie, I'm not even, you know what, I even feel bad about him.
Freddie wouldn't have him.
Freddie Mercury was like
Freddie
a
wouldn't have
legend, a fucking god among men. And, like, then you get that fucking clown's pocket comes, do you know what I mean? Comes along. Well, he is, though, isn't he?
I haven't heard that in years.
Fucking, for the listener who doesn't know what that is, that's a cunt, right? He just fucking poked his head up, and then suddenly I don't want white boys listening to this and doing this. Like, well, fuck you then. You can sit there and you can stick your joypad in your hand, and you and your fucking black man can go to heaven, and you fucking racist little corner of the world. You
This is the
horrible
thing, though.
fucking racist bastard.
That's entirely off the back of him having a rant a couple of days earlier about how white publications aren't allowed to review his things because Rolling Stone said that his magazine was good. Ace Magazine, his album was good. They basically went, and his crap was like, I can't remember what like adjective they used, but it was positive. It was positive critique, and he basically went like, positive, it's fucking goddamn perfection, and then like kicked off and said like white publications aren't allowed to fucking
Wow.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's perfection apparently.
Yeah, it's perfect to use as a coaster. Frisbee.
He's
Dog's chew toy.
Oh, he's a fucking bellend. I do love to hate him, like, I'll be honest, I love to hate him. But, like, he's a fucking prick. So he can sit in his little racist bubble with his joypad crying about his black mum going to black heaven, where no whiteys can go because Kanye doesn't like whiteys.
We should. I've just had a brilliant idea. We should like crowdfund a game, right, based on his game.
And try and stop his mum getting there.
Yes, and send out to the lowest depths of hell.
Do you know what? I think if we crowdfunded that, I honestly think we could get enough money to actually hire a programmer and do it.
Yeah.
I think we could
We need
do
to
it.
do it.
What's his game called? It's like the one.
The
game
game
or-
or something
Aye.
shit like that.
We call it, she's not the one.
Yeah.
You're just not the one.
Right?
Kanye's she's not the one.
Yeah, and that bit where she's riding like a countryside, where you can just have like some fucking demon just blow her off a horse with a fucking fireball, and her charred corpse can just fucking plummet to hell.
Satan, yeah. And she can be fighting to get back up, and then your job is to like a
stop her.
strategy
Yeah.
game.
And the good ending of the game, right, is you get to see
Behead.
Kanye sat in his house,
Cry.
looking at a screen, and a single tear rolls down his face.
We need to get on this.
And the only way to get his mum back down to hell when you have is obviously because you're a demon. You've got to bum her all the way back down
Yeah.
to hell.
We need to make this game.
We will make millions. This and Michael Shakes Fox. We never
Yeah.
work again.
No.
No, I'm deadly serious. If we could get a programmer, we could crowdfund enough money for us to genuinely write a game where we force Kanye's mum to go to hell.
To hell via bumming.
And honestly, guys, honestly, there's enough people who would pay us money. They
Yeah.
would pay for that. I want that game to happen. I
Alright.
need that game to
But what we
exist.
need to do is get your Zach to get here and make a video of us explaining our idea. We'll make two. We'll get the Michael Shakes
One
Fox
at a
in
time.
there.
Don't
And the other
don't
one.
We
don't
could have
confuse.
a cameo of Michael Shakes Fox in there as well,
Yeah.
somewhere.
What, in limbo.
No, when
Yeah.
she gets bumped all the way back to hell by Michael Shakes Fox. Oh no!
By
full
a
te-
demon wearing Michael
full-
Shakes Fox's skin.
In full Teen Wolf garb. Oh no!
Yeah, we need to do that. I'm up for that. I don't know if we'll get sued.
Or we could do like some sort of stealth level where you play as Michael Shakes Fox after he's went to hell, and you've got like stealth by vibrating at such a frequency that you turn transparent.
He can phase through walls and
Yeah.
everything.
That's brilliant.
He's like the Flash without the super speed.
No good at picking locks though. That could be a mini game for Michael Shakes Fox. That's another level, the lock
Lock
picking
pick.
level.
Oh,
That's fantastic.
bonus round scrambling an egg. See how fast you can do it.
Oh god!
Why can't one of us fucking program? We
Try-
would be rich.
Try to pour a hot cup of tea.
We've come up with all these fucking brilliant ones before, didn't we?
I say when you hit 4 levels in a row and you do it at 100% each level, the bonus round is you get to have sex with a beautiful model. But you have to put the condom on before you can.
Genius. Right,
We need to learn a code.
how we done?
I've got one thing left, and it's more pleasant, uplifting news. So do you remember a while ago, Elder Scrolls Online had that 1 million reasons to play thing, where basically the outcome was they give one lucky player £1 million. Right?
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, they've announced the winner, and it's a 30-year-old bloke from Caliph, I think it's pronounced, called Ryan. And basically, He said he wants to spend the money on getting married and buy a new telly.
What a bell end. I'll be like, well, I'm spending that money on drugs, hookers.
Apparently they give him 50,000 every year over the course of 20 years, so it's not like a one lump sum.
Oh, right.
But yeah, he was basically, his crack was, when interviewed about it, was like, oh well, I've been engaged to my missus for like 5 years and we could never afford to get married and now we can, so happy days. So
Do you
yeah.
know what though? 50 grand a year, he doesn't need to work anymore. He's
Aye.
sorted. That's cool.
I mean it's only for the next 20 years, like, but still.
What was that
Aye.
all?
Well, I know, but I mean if he's 30, it means he's going to have to like work again at some point.
No, he isn't.
Well, yeah, he is. If you get used to living on 50 grand a year,
Yeah, he won't. As long as he doesn't spend 50 grand a year,
I suppose.
he'll have his house.
Aye, but
What?
did you not hear? The dude's getting married and he wants a new TV.
Oh well, he's extravagant. You see what I mean? Though, he could live on 20-25 grand a year,
Well, yeah, easily.
You can live on 13 grand here.
Yeah.
That's what I
and then he could stick the rest of it away. He'd be able to buy his house, no problem. If he's working now, he'd just keep working for 5
Yeah.
years, get his house paid off, bam, done, sorted.
But imagine though, imagine being that guy. Oh, I've just won £1 million just for playing a video game.
I wouldn't mind.
What a fucking world we live in. That'd be amazing.
Bastard. So you know, Tomb Raider.
Well, good luck to him anyway. I think that's cool.
They're doing a new Tomb Raider movie based off the first reboot game.
Yeah, all I've heard in regards to that is they might be getting Daisy
Law.
Ridley or
Or
whatever.
is it Daisy Law or Daisy Ridley?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Getting Daisy to play it, which I'm all for, to be honest.
I don't even know who any of them are. and I
She's
don't-
from the new Star Wars movie.
and I didn't get it.
She's reasonably fit.
But it's gonna suck though, innit? I mean, I think we covered this before, but has there been a good movie that was based on a video
Mortal
game?
Kombat.
That was awful.
I know, mate. I know. Street Fighter.
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh my god, it gets
Ninja
worse.
Turtles.
That's not a computer game, it's a comic book.
Rest in peace, Bob Hoskins.
I can't think of one actually.
There's loads of good ones.
Go on then.
You just don't know where to look. I'm not telling you. If you don't know, I'm not telling you.
Didn't we do this before? Like a few months ago, it was like,
Yeah, we did.
is there any decent game to movie adaptations that you can think of?
Loads.
I don't think we could think of one then.
There's loads.
Dead or Alive.
There's loads.
Nah, I give in.
There's a porn version of Grand Theft Auto.
Lovely.
That's alright.
Is it called Grand Theft Anal?
I don't know what it's called. I can't remember.
Because if it's not, then Mr. Boat
It was
there.
years ago. It was years ago. But I can't remember what it's called. But
It was
yeah.
years ago, but I was watching it last night.
No, I haven't watched it for a good couple of years.
Did you ever play The Adventures of Monkey Island?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
amazing.
Did you ever play?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever play?
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
What's that off? Remember? What's it off? Do you remember?
Okay.
Top the Adventures of Monkey Island when you were having your sword fight
Yes.
and you couldn't think of anything. You had like you went through the wrong thread for your comebacks, and you'd be left with oh yeah as you come back.
Have you played
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Did you play Day of the Tentacle?
Not telling you.
It sounds familiar. I might have.
You're in this weird house and there's these weird fucking little tentacles that turn evil and try and take over the world.
No, I've not played that.
It's funny as fuck. It's getting re-released on PS4 on the 22nd of this month.
Which one? Monkey Island or Day of the Tentacle?
Day of the Tentacle.
Well, what's Day of the Tentacle got to do with what? Have you ever played Monkey Island?
I
Because
assume
they're
it's the
made by
same
the
developer.
same
Was that it?
Lucas. Yeah.
Was that it?
Well, no, they're both awesome games, but Day of the Tentacle was better than Monkey Island. But it
No,
wasn't.
Monkey Island was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
And on that note, you all got anything else?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
No,
Oh god.
I'm done. Tapped out.
Oh, hang on. I've got a Division watch and I've got a Division pack and a pen for me tank. Let's go. Finished.